Hi you guys, I wanted to do a quick video to show you guys how to layer wraps. So layering wraps works best with a solid color. You can even use nail polish or gel and then put a wrap on top. I'm going to be using Lakeside. It's just a really solid deep blue wrap and it's kind of plain. So what you would get is a clear wrap that has a little bit of design. This one's snowbound, and you can see that when you put the clear one on top, it gives it so much more of a little dramatic look than if you just put snowbound by itself. So you can really see the details when it has a dark color underneath. So everything's pretty much the same. You're still going to buff and cleanse your nails. So I already started. These are the wraps that I put on. It's really simple, and this one's on holiday. This is my third nail. So I'm just going to be doing my pinky and my middle finger just like how I did it on this hand. So first thing, we're going to buff, and you're just going to get rid of any shine. Lakeside is a matte nail wrap, so there's not much shine to get rid of, but you just want to roughen the edges a little bit. And then you're going to grab your cleanser and clean it off. I'm going to turn on my heater so it can start warming up. And since I already did my hand earlier, I have the other ones that I'm going to be using. So you have to do is just grab one nail, and this one you're going to apply cold. I know it's kind of weird to do, but it just works better because if you heat it up first and then put it on, there's a lot of margin for error. So you don't want to peel it off because then the adhesive can get lost. The ones I did at the bottom, I left a lot of gap in between, and that'll just be so none of the color pops out from underneath. So you're just going to put it on, make sure it looks good and that it's going to cover up the nail, and then you're going to heat it. You're going to focus mainly in the middle, just a few seconds, 3 to 5 seconds, and then you'll smash down just in the center of your nail all the way to the tips. Then you can go and do one edge and just kind of pull a little bit so there's no marks, or you can use your cuticle pusher if your nails aren't, or if your hand isn't giving you enough pressure. So this is pretty much exactly the same as doing the 3-step method. So there you go. And that's all you have to do. We're going to let that finger dry a little bit, or not dry, we're going to let that finger cool down a little bit while we do our middle finger. So again, I'm using my orange stick so that I'm not touching the wraps, just grabbing it on the edge. And for the second layer, it's going to be a cold application, so don't heat it up. Find the middle and try to center it. Give it a good look to make sure everything's going to be covered. See, so this one I did a little bit too much to one side, so I'm just going to scoot it over. And I think that'll look better. So it's okay if a little bit of the white shows, but what you don't want is the undercolor to show, because then it doesn't give it that nice professional finish. So once it's heated, focus in the center of your nail, just rub it. And then onto the side. And then we'll do the other side. That's good. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my mini heater. Once the nail wraps are cool, you can cut along the edges. I basically just cut as close to the nail as I can without cutting into the nail. And you can hear the rain. It's been raining here for days now. We're starting to flood a little bit around town, and there's still a whole nother week of rain left. So hopefully you guys are staying dry and safe out there. So I cut as close to the edges as I can. I'm going to use the baggy method next, just to make sure that all the sides are sealed in nicely. And also, since I have you guys, make sure you keep an eye out. I'm gonna be posting our Valentine wraps soon, and you guys are really gonna wanna comment on that post. I can't tell you why just yet, but you're really gonna wanna comment. There's gonna be some neat things happening. Okay, so once it's cut, you're gonna get a little bag, a sandwich bag, anything, and you're gonna put your finger in and kind of just twist it around so that it's pushing the edges of the wrap around your nail. And that's just gonna give it a really good seal. So you're just gonna heat it up a little bit more. And once it's warm, you can push everything down again with the cuticle pusher. So really at the tips. And then do the same thing with the other nail. So since it has two wraps, it's a little bit harder for the wrap to grasp on. So that's why I'm doing the baggie, just to make sure it really holds on tight. And it doesn't feel heavy or anything, so it still feels relatively light. You don't notice it. So there you go. That's a double layered wrap. On this hand, I actually use my design dimensions, so I'll be doing a video next about how to use our True Shine nail and gel enamels. Actually, just the True Shine gel system. And that's pretty much it. I do sometimes go back with my nail file. I like the glass nail file just because the other ones are a little bit more rough and they can damage it. If you feel like there's any parts that weren't working well, you can go ahead and file. You always want to go straight down. You never want to go up and down. When you go up, you could lift your wrap and you'll get debris and stuff underneath and cause it to not stick as well. So just straight down, and it can get rid of any of the excess wrap that would end up catching on things and causing it to lift. So yeah, definitely worth the investment of a glass nail file. They're amazing. And look how pretty, it's all frosted. Looks really nice. So that's it. And that's how you layer your wraps. And it gives you a whole nother level of customizing, because you can pick different colors that you want underneath. You can just layer the tips so it looks like you have a French tip. You can layer the beginning. I mean, the choices are really up to you because it's really simple to do and it changes the look of the nails. So I hope that was helpful, and I will see you guys next time.